Breaking news is the women netas of the BJP who were trying to make their way into Sandeshkhali, they have been stopped. So that BJP delegation heading towards Sandeshkhali have been stopped from going ahead way before they reach the area of the violence hit Sandeshkhali. The BJP delegation, including, as you can see on your screens, their MP Locket, Chatterjee, amongst other women netas who were trying to make their way. Do remember they had made that announcement at about 9:30. They had, said that they would be going towards Sandeshkhali, making their way from Kolkata to Sandeshkhali, but they have been stopped way ahead and they are not allowed to get inside that violence hit area. To get more on this, we have my colleague Saurabh Gupta, who will be joining us to get us the very latest. But, something that had been decided, of course, that the BJP delegation of the women will be going there in order to take stock of the situation, in order to meet the victims of the during that violence that took place in Sandeshkhali. Do remember the Prime Minister has also said that he would like to meet with the victims. He would be in West Bengal in March, and he has in fact expressed his desire to meet with the victims of Sandeshkhali. And today, the women netas of the BJP decided to go and take stock of the situation as far as Sandeshkhali is concerned. Many women have made claims regarding the strongman Sheikh Shah Jahan, who's been on the run. He's been absconding for more than a month today. In fact, an ED notice has also been summoning the strongman has been issued. He has been called in for questioning on the 29th of February. A fresh case has also been issued by the Enforcement Directorate against the strongman. And here you can see the BJP leaders there who were trying to make their way towards Sandeshkhali but were stopped way before they wanted to go and take stock of the situation. We have Saurabh Gupta joining us to get us more on this. Saurabh, on what grounds have they been stopped? Didn't they have permission? I mean, it was well known that they would leave at about 9:30 from Kolkata and be reaching Sandeshkhali and be meeting with the victims.
Well, Section 144 has been imposed in several areas of Sandeshkhali. This is following fresh protests even this morning and yesterday. Yesterday, there were some hutments apparently belonging to Sheikh Shah Jahan's brother that was set on fire. Then also you had this morning a few other hutments that were also set on fire by an angry crowd of women. Right now, there are policemen there who are trying to convince those women that, look, if you want your land back, you have to cooperate with the administration. The administration is making efforts to look into your complaints and resolve them. But if you keep protesting and if you keep setting things on fire, then that resolution won't happen. That is on camera a conversation between the police and the protesters in Sandeshkhali itself. Meanwhile, a BJP delegation wants to go there, and at this point the police say that they will not allow them to go there. Now, whoever has gone to Sandeshkhali so far, whether it's Shukanta Mujumdar or Shubhendu Adhikari, political personalities, whoever has gone there has gone with permission. Only, constitutional bodies like NCW or National Commission for Scheduled Caste or National Commission or National Human Rights Commission, these are teams that the police have not made, any roadblocks when they wanted to visit. But any political delegation, which includes the BJP, etc., they have been stopped from going there, and they've only been allowed to go with permission from the court because Section 144 is in place. And specifically today's situation, where there are fresh protests in Sandeshkhali, and yesterday when there were fresh protests in Sandeshkhali, the administration says Section 144 has been imposed again to try and resolve, because there is fresh tension on the island with people setting hutments on fire that allegedly belong to Sheikh Shah Jahan's brother. So in that context, this delegation has been stopped. But the point the delegation is making is that you have stopped us in a place that does not have any mention of Section 144. For example, Bhamakhali Ghat, which is from where you take the ferry, that area is under Section 144, not the area where the BJP delegation has been stopped. So that was the crux of the argument with the police between Locket Chatterjee, the MP, and the BJP delegation. Now, this is an all-women's delegation of the BJP that was supposed to go there. This has become, like a massive political showdown between the TMC and the BJP, and that showdown continues, and it's likely to continue till the 2024 elections, given that elections are so near, and the Trinamool wants and the BJP wants to use Sandeshkhali as an incident to highlight what they called corruption and law and order breakdown in West Bengal. That is the BJP's charge. The Trinamool's response is that whenever such allegations emerge against one of their own, these commissions are silent and the BJP is silent, pointing to the allegations made by wrestlers against Brijbhushan Sharan Singh or incidents that have taken place in states like Madhya Pradesh or Uttar Pradesh, which are BJP ruled states. So that attack and counter-attack between the TMC and the BJP is on. But this delegation of the BJP has now been stopped. Meanwhile, fresh tension also in Sandeshkhali over protests. The police trying to calm protesters in Sandeshkhali. These are locals, telling them that any resolution will happen only when you attend these camps, register your complaints and the police can resolve. In fact, the police say some people who have come to these camps have already gotten back their lands. So instead of going out and protesting with these brooms and setting things on fire, let's sit down and resolve these issues. That's what the police is heard telling those women protesters in videos. So obviously Sandeshkhali still remains tense. The uneasy calm that was prevailing for the last few days was yesterday broken with these hutments being set on fire, but by a group of women protesters. Again this morning such incidents have taken place. But
what we have on our screens is the visual of Locket Chatterjee being removed from the area by the policemen there. Of course, Locket Chatterjee, who is trying to make a way towards Sandeshkhali in order to take stock of the situation, is being removed from this area, which is way before Sandeshkhali. Do remember, the BJP women netas had announced that they would leave at about 9:30 from Kolkata to go and take stock of the situation in Sandeshkhali.
Well, you know what we can hear in that audio is, if I heard it right, was apnake arrest kora holo, which means that Locket Chatterjee will not be allowed to go. They will, of course, be detained by the police at where they are, and of course they'll not be allowed to go any further from there. So the police will stop this BJP delegation from going further. In fact, the police earlier also did say that they will not be allowed to go forward given section 144, and the situation in Sandeshkhali specifically today, where again fresh tension has erupted with hutments allegedly belonging to Sheikh Shah Jahan and his brother being set on fire again. So obviously this is something that has happened today, and this is the latest development as far as Sandeshkhali is concerned, where the BJP delegation that was headed to Sandeshkhali has been stopped by the police, and they will be detained. They will not be allowed to go any further.
Right, Locket Chatterjee, who had, gone on to attack, TMC leader Mamata Banerjee, alleging that the atrocities against women are happening in the state of West Bengal, but the Chief Minister continues to remain silent. And there you can see the police there trying to, take Locket Chatterjee away from the area, which is way before Sandeshkhali. An announcement that was made by the BJP saying that they're sending the women netas, these are the women netas of the BJP, including Locket Chatterjee, going to Sandeshkhali in order to take stock of the situation, speak to the victims. This is after the Prime Minister also made that announcement that he would be going to West Bengal and he would like to meet with the victims and the families of the victims in order to take stock of the situation when it came to the violence hit area of Sandeshkhali. Saurabh, when Suvindu was trying to make his way also just a few days back, he was met with resistance, and then later on that matter was sorted, and you can see that these leaders who are being met with resistance. Do you think they would manage to finally make their way towards Sandeshkhali, or do you feel that they are going to leave the area and perhaps not be able to go?
Well, whichever political personality has gone with permission from the court. It's the courts that have had to step in and say they should be allowed to go, and only then they've been allowed to go. And that, of course, is something that, of course, the police will follow. If the courts give an order saying somebody should be allowed to go, they will allow them to go. But apart from that, the police, have imposed Section 144, and while the court has questioned the imposition of Section 144, the point is that the police have, earlier when the court allowed someone to go For example, Shubhendu Adhikari, it allowed only two MLAs, Shubhendu Adhikari himself and Shankar Ghosh, another MLA. When Brinda Karat went, she went and along with another person. Then when Shukanto Mojumdar went, he also went with a restricted number of people. So the restrictions have been there on the number of people and the conditions. But obviously large delegations like this, political groups especially, have not been allowed. Locket Chatterjee is unlikely to be allowed to go there today, given the visuals we saw where the police have already stopped her. But again, if she gets permission from the High Court and then the High Court or what has to say that, look, allow her to go with so-and-so conditions, then the police will allow. That's something that the police will have to follow. It's the court orders. But Section 144 does allow the police to restrict people, even though the High Court has questioned the imposition of Section 144 itself, given that the prime accused in this case is still at large. Section 144 does allow the police to stop people, and it seems like the police are imposing Section 144 and stopping this delegation. Though the argument this delegation has made is that you've imposed Section 44 in places around Sandeshkhali, why are you stopping us so much in advance? That's also an argument that's been made. But nevertheless, the delegation has been stopped and they're not being allowed to proceed further.